let's talk about these hinges. So hinges and Wranglers go together like peanut butter and jelly, for good or for bad. There's been a ton of conversation about corrosion. It seems that most people notice it here first. It's not specific to the corrosion at the hinge. It could be under the doors. It could be up on the hood. Generally speaking, it's in areas where we live, where there's a lot of road salt. You can't have nice things in Chicago because of it. But at any rate, what was happening is there are basically two different types of metals. You get a galvanic corrosion or a dissimilar metal corrosion, and they would basically corrode from the inside out. If you were to actually take this hinge off, now I'm not sure on a 26, but previously, if you were to take this hinge off, this hinge goes on the door and then it gets painted. So there's no paint barrier between the two. It's actually bare metal under the hinge. And so what happens is moisture, salt, etc. Gets in there and it corrodes. Now, if you have a Jeep that has a bunch of corrosion on it, Jeep gives you a one-time, I think it's, I don't know if there's a mileage, but there's certainly a time. It's 5 years. They give you a one-time free goodwill. They will repair it. If it's on your doors, your hood, wherever it is, they'll repair it all. And you only get it one time. So wait till either you're close to that 5 years or you basically have every body panel, because they will repair it all. But if you just get your hinges done and 3 weeks later your hood gets it, your one-time opportunity is over. Keep that in mind. But moving forward, this is the first time in Wrangler history that you don't need tools to remove a door. And if you really think about it, it's crazy. The Wrangler has been out since the YJ, and you've always had to have a tool. Now, as you move forward, these things have power windows, they've got electronics in them, door locks, and all this stuff. So even with all the complexity that's built into the door, you can now get this door off faster than you could your YJ, which is kind of cool. So there are things to disconnect, but it is all tool free. You need no tools to take your doors off, which I think is a nice upgrade. Now, the other thing I'm hoping is, well, we know there was a fix for the corrosion issue. They were putting in like Teflon plates and things to stop that metal contact. I would assume that if they were focusing on redoing this hinge, they would definitely focus on what is the fix for this. Now, my one concern is I'm curious, what does this pin look like? Is it painted? What is it? So we'll probably pop this door off and actually see what this looks like so you guys got an idea. But let's show you the inside, because on the JL, there is a door catch on the newer JLs anyway that you had to remove with the tools, and now you don't. So now if you look, you still have this door catch, right, that stops the door from hyperextending, but you've got this clevis pin almost here. And basically to remove it is there's a little tab under here, you're gonna flip it out. I'm trying to do this without bumping the camera, but you gotta take a little weight off the door, and I'm sure the more you use these, the easier it's gonna get. Man, it's tight. So you can see it's halfway out. So there we go. So it's gonna take a little bit of manpower, but that's okay. It's easy. I imagine once you use it more, it'll be easier. The next step is to pull this out as normal. You're gonna flip up this red pin. This is all standard issue as to what we've already had. I'm gonna flip up this white collar here, and this is gonna pull down, right? And then you're gonna go ahead and release this, that. So now the door is ready to come off, you guys. All right, so you watch me do this real time. I always suggest rolling the window down. It gives you kind of a place to grab it, and I certainly don't want to scratch this up, but I'm really curious to see what the hinge looks like under here. So, you got to open it far enough so that door catch doesn't. I'm going to set it on my feet here. So I've got the door set somewhere where I know I'm not going to scratch it. I don't know if that's steel or aluminum or what it is, but the paint actually wraps all the way around there. It looks like any of the point that comes in contact is not painted. So I think it's well thought out. Now it's probably really hard to tell, but if you look down in there and you look towards the corners, I don't think the camera's gonna pick it up. It does look like there is some sort of barrier between the hinge and the door. So maybe whatever they are doing is gonna account for that. And then obviously there's our pin that we just pulled the door catch that needed no tools. So also if you look here, there's some kind of protection here that rides on, the door rides on, maybe like a nylon or Delron sort of material. So that's good. And then like I said, there's your catch. Yeah, it looks good. So the biggest thing regardless is this is an area that's prone to rock chips. You know, if you make the tire turn and you got big tires with, you know, tread like this, and then it kicks up rocks. So putting paint protection film or some kind of paint protection on these hinges is never a bad idea because, as you can see, you know, it sticks out past the body. All right, so now we're gonna put the door back on. And as always, you wanna be careful not to scratch the paint. Look at the top and bottom, get those pins in together. And right on, perfect, that's it. And then we're gonna go ahead and put the latch back in. Let's show you from the inside how that looks putting it back together. This is it. Before, you remember you had to screw this in. Now I wonder if this is something that maybe could be, I bet you could get these parts and put them on a previous to 26. That's something we're gonna have to look into. The pin does have like a nice taper to it, so it'll help guide it down. So you kind of got to make it to the top, and then I'm going to line it up with the door pin itself. And you're going to have to play with it just a little bit. And then all the way through the bottom, just twist it a little bit. Let's see what we got. You're watching this real time, so. And that's it. It's on. It's together. So the only thing I have left to do is I'm going to go ahead and put that strap back on. So we're going to get the wire harness back in, slide it up till it locks, flip that down, bring your red lever down, and then this goes on from this side first and then from the inside. That's it. Doors on, doors off. Very easy. So let's check out one thing in the back here I'm kind of curious about. And my son actually pointed out to me, so kudos to him for thinking about it, but check this out. And I wouldn't suspect differently, but you still do have your spot to put your door hinge bolts. Obviously the roof and windshields still come off. But if you didn't know, on a previous to 26, this is where you put all the hardware once you remove it so you don't lose it. It's all labeled and nice for storage. Another secret tip, use this as a cooler, and you could throw your water in here, and that's the heat shield off top of the muffler. So you could drain your ice right from the tailgating cooler back there. So huge thanks to our friend Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Fox Lake for letting us take this 2026 vehicle home and do a review on it. As always, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next video.